Hey guys, it's Lindsay. Welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be doing the third and final pre-op video for my sleeve gastrectomy series. If you haven't seen the first two videos, I will link the playlist right up there for you. Go check those out first so you can get like the full picture of this journey that I've been on. I'm just so excited for it. So today we're just going to go through the last month before my surgery. I still have not had my surgery. Today, what day is today? I think it's June 10th. Yeah, today is June 10th. My surgery is scheduled for June 17th. Again, I am not posting any of these videos until after I have the procedure. But like I said, I'm just so excited. However, my son is sick and I'm terrified that I'm going to get sick too. We've got 7 days, well, even less than that. We've got like 6 days before my procedure, and my son is sick. He's got a really, really runny nose. He was just very lethargic today. As you can tell, I'm feeling fine, but I made him stay far, far away from me yesterday and today, and I felt so bad, and I know it was like breaking his heart, but I just can't get sick. I've paid for this procedure. My husband has requested an entire week off, which I'm super thankful for. That's going to be awesome having him home for a whole week after I'm recovering. But I can't get sick. I can't get sick. So I'm just trying to stay as far away from the sickness as I can. So wish me luck. Obviously you're not seeing this until after I've had the procedure, and hopefully it's still on June 17th. But yeah, because I did Google, of course, because I Google everything, and Google pretty much did say if you're sick the day you're having your surgery, you're not going to have your surgery. So oh my gosh, I'm so hoping that I don't get sick. But anyways, let's backtrack a little bit and go back to where we ended the last video. In that last video, I was really just kind of in the waiting period, waiting for this month to start. The first thing that I had to do was my big pre-op nutrition class, and then I also had a visit with the doctor. And then of course, the wonderful 2-week liquid diet has started. I'm halfway done. We are getting there, and I'll talk a little bit more about what I've been eating and everything a little bit later in the video. Let's start with that first pre-op class. Actually, let's start a few days before. I was at my primary care doctor just for my annual visit. I hadn't seen her in about a year, and my prescription was running out, so I needed to get some more blood pressure medication. So I went to go see her, and I told her that I was getting the sleeve. I was really nervous to tell her that I was getting the sleeve. I wasn't sure how she was going to react, but she was really positive. She wished me luck. She thought that that was a great thing for me. And that morning I had fasted because I knew she had wanted to draw some labs. So I asked her, I was like, okay, I'm getting labs done today, and then in like 4 days, I'm also going to be getting some labs at my surgeon's office. Am I going to be okay? And she said that I would be fine, but my insurance company might be a little bit angry. So she was so nice, and she called over to my surgeon's office and asked all of the labs that they needed for me for the surgery. And we just got them all done right there that day, which was so nice. So then fast forward to the day where I had to attend the class. And the class was like 3 or 4 hours long. There was 3 different speakers. There was 2 nurses and a nutritionist. And the class was pretty full, pretty much just as full as it was the very first time I went into the office. I feel though that there was quite a few people that brought people with them. So not everybody in the class was a patient that was going to be getting the procedure in the next month or so, but it was a pretty full house. Like I said, there was 3 different speakers. We learned all about what's going to happen in the hospital, what to do before the surgery, what to do after the surgery. Just there was so much information, and they gave us a big booklet of stuff, which I've been referencing a ton lately. And then just this past Thursday, I think it was the 7th, is that right? Whatever day it was, I went back to the doctor's office and had a one-on-one appointment with the surgeon. I also had to sign all of the consent forms for the surgery. It was a pretty quick appointment. We just kind of went over everything. He looked at my labs that I had drawn, and he looked at we just wanted to make sure that we were on the same page, that we're going to check the hiatal hernia and we're going to do the sleeve. I'm like, okay, sounds good. All right, you're good to go. All right, sorry, I'm trying not to be all over the place today, but before I had that doctor's appointment, I actually had already started my diet. So let's talk about this 2-week diet that I'm on. I started it June 3rd. So 2 weeks before my surgery, I had to go on a liquid diet. So I've got all of my stuff here. I'm going to show you everything that I've been taking and eating and drinking. So let me just go ahead. I'll just kind of go through a typical day and show you what I have for breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, all that fun stuff. All right, so when I wake up in the morning, the first thing I do is go to the fridge and grab one of these. Now this is a wonderful Gatorade Zero, and this is just the berry flavor. I just picked this up because I thought the color was really pretty, but I actually really like this flavor, so I'm really happy with this. And these bottles are 32 ounces, and 32 ounces is half of what I need in liquids every day. So I'm supposed to get 64 ounces of liquids every single day. So I go ahead and I drink this every single morning for breakfast, and sometimes it takes me about an hour to drink. Sometimes it's taken me like 3 or 4 hours to drink, just kind of depending on what we're doing that day. But I do always try to get this down before lunch so that I'm halfway done with my liquid intake for the day. So that is the first thing that I am having on my liquid diet, and this has a grand total of 0 calories. All right, so then moving on to lunch, and this is lunch. Now, from what I've heard, a lot of people are just doing the Premier protein shakes, which you can buy anywhere, and I do like those, but I'm not allowed to drink those pre-op. Post-op, I will be able to, but I have to drink this very fancy BMI surgery branded protein shake. Like my doctor and his partner like created this blend of protein shake, so this is what I have to drink. This is the chocolate flavor. They did have a few that I could choose from, and I did pick this up when I was at the pre-op class. So I have to drink 1 scoop of this every day, and then to that I'm also adding a tablespoon and a half of Benefiber because I'm not getting fiber anywhere else. I don't think there's any fiber in this, is there? Okay, well there's 2 grams, which I don't think is very much. So I add a tablespoon and a half of this stuff to the shake, and I put it all together in one of these little handy dandy blender bottles that they also gave me at the doctor's office. It's got one of those little like wire whisk ball things in there. So it whisks it pretty well. I did go ahead actually and purchase another one of these on Amazon. I think it was like $7 or $8. It wasn't super expensive. I thought it would just be really nice to have 2 of them. And they said to add either 6 or 8 ounces of water to the protein shake. I don't think that's enough. I've been adding 10, and I feel like that's a lot better. I really did not like the shake when I first had it because it was just too sweet and gritty, but I feel if I add a little bit more water to it, it's a lot more palatable. Everything gets blended a little bit more, so I add about 10 ounces of water to the 1 scoop and then the fiber. So then also with my lunch, I take one of these, and I'm actually supposed to take 3 of these every single day. These are also BMI surgery branded vitamins. They are the bariatric capsules, and I'll show you what these look like. And you're supposed to take 3 of these a day for life. Obviously, I'm probably not going to always be able to get this particular kind, but any kind of bariatric vitamin I have to take every single day for the rest of my life because I won't be eating as much. I won't be getting as much nutrition from my food, so I'm going to need another form of nutrients in the form of a vitamin. So these are going to be super important to me going forward. And these are pretty big, but they're honestly not too bad. And I have a lot of issues swallowing pills sometimes. They make me gag a lot. But this is what these ones look like. You can't purchase these on their website if you are a bariatric patient, even if you're not a patient of BMI surgery, if you don't live in the area. You can't purchase these on their website. So I will link their website down below. Again, my doctor is Dr. Christopher Joyce, and the surgery center that I'm going through is BMI Surgery out of Silver Cross Hospital in New Lenox, Illinois. So like I said, I need to take 3 of those. And then I have also started taking some coenzyme Q10. Now, CoQ10 is supposed to promote healing within the body. That's what they told us at the class, that this is pretty important to start taking now. And then I think as much as like 6 months afterwards, I'm going to need to take one of these supplements every day. And they said to do about 200 milligrams per day. So that's what I have here. And I typically take this at lunch. I forgot to mention, but my shakes here have 140 calories per scoop. So then after lunch, I usually feel okay for a couple of hours, but then the hunger does start to sit in because I've literally had less than 200 calories for the entire day. So I'll reach for a little snack. And I have 3 delicious snack options to choose from. First one being some sugar-free popsicles. And this is like an all red box, which I was actually pretty excited to find because the red flavors are my favorite. So these are all red flavors. Of course, there's none in here right now because I didn't want them to melt under my lights. But so I've been eating probably like 2 a day typically. I don't think I've had a single one though today, and it's like 10:30 at night. I might have one later. I haven't even had my last one of those for dinner yet. And with these, you definitely can taste the artificial flavor, but it's not too bad. Like I said, I do prefer like the red flavors. So I've been usually been eating like about 2 of those every single day. And then another little treat that I can have is broth. Now this is beef broth. They didn't specify a specific kind that I had to have, like beef or chicken or vegetable. So I have all 3 of them. I just brought this one down. I mean, it's broth. I mean, what can you say about it? It does kind of feel like I'm eating a bowl of soup when I'm eating a little bit of when I'm eating a little bit of the broth. And this is nice too because everything else that I'm eating is so sweet. So this is kind of a nice contrast just to get a little something savory. And I'll have a little bit of that as well. And this has like 10 calories per cup. So you're hardly getting anything. And I think each popsicle has like 15 calories. But the popsicles and the broth and then the Jell-O that I will show you here in a minute, that all actually counts towards my liquid intake for the day. So I just put it in my MyFitnessPal app as water, just so I don't have to differentiate. So I'm actually not counting those calories. Not that I'm supposed to be counting my calories anyways. I just kind of find it a little bit interesting. But I also can have Jell-O. Let me grab that. So here's a pack of Jell-O. I honestly haven't even opened this one or eaten any of these like pre-made ones, but these are of course sugar-free as well. I've actually been making my own Jell-O, but a couple days ago, I just kind of threw in the towel with the Jell-O. I just really don't like Jell-O. I don't like the texture. It just reminds me of when I was sick as a kid. I remember I always had Jell-O when I was sick as a kid. So it's just hard for me. And I know after surgery, Jell-O is going to be one of the very, very few things that I can eat. Like it's going to be even less than what I'm eating now. So I will have to eat Jell-O. So this will definitely get eaten. But as of right now, I'm really kind of just holding back on the Jell-O because I don't like it very much. And then here's another drink option, Crystal Light. There's a ton out there that you can have, but I've just really been focusing on these 2. Any kind of drink that has 0 calories and 0 caffeine is fine. You know, of course, water, I have been drinking just straight water as well, but it's nice, especially now because I'm eating so little, to have like a little bit of flavor in everything that I'm putting in myself. So this one is raspberry lemonade. I've also had the regular lemonade, I think maybe one other flavor. But these I just, you know, mix in with my drink and it's pretty good. So I like drinking that. And then moving on to dinner time, which has quickly become my favorite meal of the day because it's a time where I can actually choose something. I am allowed 4 ounces of protein every night, and that can be in any form, practically any kind of meat. They didn't specify what it had to be. Cheese is okay, eggs are okay as well. So, you know, I can pretty much eat whatever I want as long as it's a protein. And then I'm also allowed half a cup of vegetables, but I cannot have peas, corn, potatoes, or sweet potatoes. So anything but those 4 vegetables I can have like a half a cup of. And typically I'm not much of a beef or like red meat eater anymore. I used to be a long time ago, but I've really just in the last 10 years been more focused on turkey and chicken. But because I'm doing this, I said, why not? Let's go for the beef because they said it was okay. So I've been getting like some steak chunks, like for stews. Those actually cook up really well and are easy to measure out. I did also get a food scale, which has been super handy to figure out how much I'm eating. And I gotta say, some nights, okay, most nights, I've had a little bit more than 4 ounces. I've never gone over 5. But sometimes it's like crept really, really close to 5 ounces. But I mean, I don't know. I'm still hardly eating anything. So I feel like it's not that bad. And it's still definitely with something that I can eat. I'm not like eating something that I can't. But yeah, sometimes I do eat a little bit more than I should. But yeah, so I've been doing that. One night I did some ground beef with a little bit of cheese sprinkled in. Tonight I had some ham, which ham has like 0 calories. Did you know that? Or like I bought just like a pre-cooked ham steak at Meijer the other day because I saw it and I was like, oh, something interesting. And it was good, but there was like hardly any calories in that compared to beef. So I don't know. Again, I just thought it was interesting. And I think tomorrow I'm actually going to get some takeout because my son, if he is feeling okay, we're going to go to his baseball game and then I'm going to get Chili's on the way home. And Chili's in the kids menu, you can get a grilled chicken. And we actually did that the other day. I didn't have it, but my kids did. And I weighed out their chicken though, just to kind of see. And it was exactly 4 ounces. And then you can get some nice broccoli with it. So I think tomorrow I'm actually going to have a restaurant for the first time in like a week and a half. So dinner has definitely been my favorite meal of the day just because, like I said, I can eat something. I'm not drinking anything. And then the day before surgery, though, everything kind of gets switched around. I have to have my protein meal with my vegetables as my first meal of the day. So I have to have that pretty early in the morning, and then I won't be able to have anything but my liquids for the rest of the day. But for now, I am keeping my one meal of protein at dinner time, just because that's how I like to do that. All right, so then after dinner, after I put my kids to bed, I go ahead and have my second and final protein shake of the day. Now, I realize I am doing this a little bit differently. I feel a lot of people would do like a protein shake for lunch, or a protein shake for breakfast, a protein shake for lunch, and then their dinner, and then call it quits. But like I said in that first video, nighttime is when I like to snack. So it's just kind of been easier for me to like just do this for breakfast, and then, you know, have this as like a late night snack. And I've been functioning just fine on doing that. So I don't see any reason why I shouldn't do that, unless there was a time where I know that I won't be able to eat at those specific times. There was one day when I went and I didn't have my first shake of the day until like 2 o'clock. And that day I was really, really feeling it. I had to go to Target or something. I had to do grocery shopping or something. And I don't know, it just worked out where I couldn't eat like as early as I usually do, because I usually have my lunch with my first shake between noon and 1. But that day, like I said, I pushed it to 2, and that was pretty bad. But overall, I'm surprised at how well I've been doing on this very restrictive liquid diet. I will say though, but besides the day that I didn't eat until 2, the first 2 days were the hardest. And it's not even the hunger that got me, it was the headaches, because I kind of just quit caffeine cold turkey. I've been a caffeine addict for a very, very long time in all of its many glorious forms, and I couldn't have any caffeine. So I got some splitting headaches those first 2 days, and I think even though I didn't really feel hungry, I just felt like just low energy. But then by day 3, I felt so much better. Now here I am on day 8 of this liquid diet, and I feel I've got it down pretty good. I don't see myself cheating. Like I said, I sometimes will have a little bit more meat at dinner time, but I have not touched anything that isn't on this diet. I'm super proud of myself, because it's super hard. You see people eating things, you know, you see ads for stuff on TV or on Instagram or on Facebook for something that looks so delicious, and you just want to eat it. And I can't. But I don't know, I'm sticking really well to it. I'm keeping the goal in mind is to have the surgery. And the reason I'm doing this diet is to shrink my liver, to make surgery as safe as it can be, because your liver sits on top of your stomach. They go in laparoscopically. They need to move the liver a little bit out of the way. The smaller it is, the easier it is to do the surgery. So that's what I'm doing. And also, I'm pretty sure I'm in ketosis right now. I think that's what it is. I actually bought some strips on Amazon. They should be arriving tomorrow. I don't think that there's any way that I couldn't be on ketosis, because I'm getting like 16 to 20 grams of carbs every single day. So I'm pretty sure I'm in ketosis, which is like the keto diet. I've never done that before, but I'm feeling, like I said, like right now, even though I haven't even had my second shake of the day, I'm feeling pretty good. And I know a lot of bariatric surgery patients go on to do keto after surgery and have great success with it. It's just kind of something that they've learned along the way and keep up. And the nutritionist did tell us at the class that even though our diet isn't specifically keto, he says that's kind of the closest thing that you could relate it to. Oh, and I didn't even say, I've been weighing myself every single day, and from the time I started the liquid diet to today, so it's been 8 days, I've lost 10 pounds. That's pretty awesome. So my goal is to lose probably like 15, 12 maybe before surgery, because I know you always lose the most within like the first couple days. Like the first day I lost 4 pounds, and then every other day it's been slower. But if I could lose, you know, at least 12 pounds, preferably 15, that would be awesome if I could do that before surgery. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it for this video. I don't think I need to touch on anything else. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to leave them down in the comments below. I'd be happy to answer them for you. Also, I probably should have just said this at the beginning of the video. This is just me giving information. I'm not trying to tell you this is what you should do if you are on a liquid diet for a bariatric surgery. Talk with your doctor, your nutritionist, about what is right for you. This is just what is right for me for doing this. Everyone is going to be different. But yeah, thanks again so much for watching. Again, let me know if you have any questions. Feel free to follow me on Instagram. Be sure and subscribe to my channel, and I will talk to you in my next video. Bye!